WLFE-DB Digital Network are engaging in the safe space. What is safe space? A safe space is a supporting and affirming environment for individuals within the LGBTQ+ community. Each podcast displaying the Safe Space logo will have resources available on hand for those in need without judgment. Here at WLFE-DB Digital Network, we care. We listen, we support, we understand.
Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Inside the Drag Closet with Jade. Join Jade DeVere and her fabulous team of guests as they discuss all things drag, from wigs to makeup to performances and everything in between.
Join us at WLFE-DB.com for upcoming shows and more.
Well, hello there, kids. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have a fabulous show planned for you this evening. We've got the incredible Amethyst Diamond as my lovely co-host for the evening. And I am super excited to pick the brain of XAVIER. He is a trans rights activist. He is a trans man, and he is just handsome. He's also taken, and so am I. So moving on. So we are going to start off tonight with a little, actually, let's start off tonight with a little bit of merch. That's right, kids. Our merch is still available. You can get it all over at www.jadedevere.com/merch. We have got our fanny packs available. I just recently saw in person the Inside the Drag Closet tie-dye shirt, and it is ridiculously cute. I'm pointing the wrong way. It's over there. As well as the beach towel. I know summer is coming to an end, but get your beach towels soon. We still have our sticker packs and gaiters and masks, because some people still aren't wearing them and things are getting worse. So buy a mask. Anyway, enough about the merch. Let's talk about me with a little bit of who, what, where. So who am I? My name is Jade DeVere. I'm a drag artist based out of central Pennsylvania, although I have been spreading my wings and flying a little bit lately. I got to go to Rehoboth a couple times recently and absolutely loved it. What am I wearing? Well, I am wearing a lovely jewel set by Raving Diva Jewels tonight. That's right. The incredible Michelle Lee Sterling made this set ages ago, and I knew I had to have it. Just a silly little outfit from the dance outlet near here. My makeup tonight is, my foundation is Wet n Wild with some Coty Airspun. My eyes are Morphe. My lips are cheap knockoff Jeffree Star because I'm on a budget. And what else I got? My nails are from an Acme down in Rehoboth because I forgot to bring black nail polish. And my fascinator was found at the beach by my lovely husband. So everybody likes a fascinating fascinator. My hair tonight is actually a gift from my drag son, Mikkel. That's right, Mr. Central Pennsylvania Pride himself. Mikkel gave me this lovely little piece. I just sprayed her a bit and she looks like she's going through a wind tunnel just like the rest of us. Last but not least, where can you find me? You can find me every Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet on WLFE-DB.com. You can also find me the first Friday of every month at Divas Down Under. Let me get that poster. We've got a show this upcoming Friday, our Slaying September drag show. We've got Nevaeh Vixen, Georgia Versace Couture, Amethyst Diamond, Anastasia Diamond, myself, Poison, and unfortunately, Estella Sweet could not be joining us because a dear friend of the drag community of Northeast PA, Bobby Light, recently passed away, and, you know, that is more important than a drag show right now, so they are paying their respects to Bobby We will all miss you. I got to meet Bobby a couple times. We miss you. We love you. Yeah. And of course, it's the kickoff to a holiday weekend. So, you might want to celebrate your Labor Day with Divas Down Under. Tickets, I'll post the ticket link in the chat in just a little bit. Let's see who's watching tonight. Let me see. Vicky is watching, of course. Hey, y'all. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Casey Michael. Oh, hey, y'alls. Hey, Casey, how are you doing? Amber, of course, is supporting this evening, as is Derek. My lovely husband is watching. Orion Angel. Hey, beautiful. Best day of the week is here. Oh, right. I was supposed to go into work today, but work got canceled, and now we're going into work late tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. Reese is watching. Good evening, Reese. Robin is watching. Wonderful. Daniel Jackson. Oh, I look fascinating. Fascinate. Exactly. Fascination is my favorite game. We'll get to that later. Kenny, loving the look this evening. Me too. I wanted some orange and purple tonight. Robin said she loves the feel of the tie-dye shirt. I love the look of the tie-dye shirt. It's really high quality. Vicky's like, oh, love this lovely hat from Trixie. Me too. I love this little chapeau. Look like I'm ready for Sunday services. Cassie Hunter, hey, ladies and handsome man. He is a handsome man. Ooh. Vicky Fisher, hey, Miss Vicky, how are you? Hello, hello. Oh my God, everybody is turning out tonight. Carrie is watching and Miss Tammy is watching. And Miss Tammy happens to be the mumsy of my lovely co-host for the evening. So why don't we bring her on? You know her and love her. Put your hands together for Amethyst Diamond.
Oh my God. Hi, sis. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, girl?
Wonderful. You and I had such a wonderful time this past weekend down in Rehoboth performing together. Did you have a good time?
I did. I think my favorite moment of that weekend is this right here.
Absolutely. Me too. Me too.
We were so tired when that happened.
We were very tired. I think between my gig Saturday evening and getting up Sunday morning, I may have had about 3 hours of sleep, which was fine. I had 5 shows in 3 days. You all can do the math on that. But we survived. We made it through. Rent is paid, and we're good to go for another week, baby.
Exactly. And you'll be able to catch both of us at Divas Down Under this week.
Get your tickets, babies. Mm-hmm. Get your tickets. You don't want to miss this circus.
Exactly. Girl, give them a little who, what, where, and I'm going to post the link in the chat.
You go right ahead. All right, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet. I am your co-host tonight, Miss Amethyst Diamond, giving you a purple fantasy realness. You can find me in South Central Pennsylvania, or you can find me all over the tri-state area, really performing. You can find me on Facebook under Amethyst Diamond, and you can find me on Instagram under Amethyst_Diamond1. You can also find my Venmo. Find that Venmo, babies. Amethyst_Diamond. Send a girl $1. Send me $5. I don't care. It takes a lot of money to look this cheap, people. It doesn't look that bad, though, does it? So tonight, what am I wearing? This lovely purple hair is by the one and only Zamber Sky. I own about 5 of her pieces, and they are worth every single penny. My jewelry tonight is actually, the ring is by Rocks by Cox, this lovely purple and AB. But the earrings and the necklace are actually by Made for a Queen, Lucinda Holiday. This was a birthday present about 10 years ago. Just subtle and understated, of course, like your girl. And the outfit is by Squeeze Designs. He designs for a lot of the US of A girls and the Continental girls. I've had this for probably 15 years, and I still love it. It's a cute little cocktail piece. But there you go. That's all about me. Let's get this party started, shall we?
You got it, girl.
It's hot up in this trailer. My God.
Oh, my God. And we are dealing with some weather up here right now.
Yes.
Like, our hearts go out to everybody down south, especially New Orleans right now. They are getting hit. My dear friends, Jesse and Amy. Amy, who was one of our Woo Girls last year, tornado just destroyed their backyard and their chicken coop.
Oh, my gosh. Where are they located?
Jersey.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, everybody stay safe out there. I mean, it's more than just rain. It's not just a big rainstorm. Keep your animals safe, keep your kids safe. you know, basements are flooding everywhere, not in the good way. You know what I'm saying?
I would. Nope. I'm just gonna show myself out.
We still have an hour and a half, people. If you didn't come to see it, there's the door. Get out.
So, girl, I would like you to introduce our guest this evening because you two have been friends for a minute.
Oh my goodness. So I could not be more elated to have this guest on with us tonight. Now that we are in September, we are dedicating the month to trans artists and activists and trans people, men and women. I met this individual and their girlfriend back in July of last year. I was down in Rehoboth performing, and a friend of mine had us all over for dinner, and they were also two of the special guests. And instantaneously, I was drawn to this individual. Extremely smart, extremely forward-thinking, and just an overall gem of a man. He is my friend. He is my brother, and I'm very, very honored tonight to introduce you all to XAVIER. So please. Welcome. There he is. There's handsome. There you go.
And he's already getting the love from Casey.
Hi, Casey, baby.
How you doing, Casey?
So, Jay, why don't you give us a little bit of who, what, and where?
I am Jay XAVIER. My pronouns are he, him. I am a activist and an advocate and mentor in Delaware. I am a Black trans man, proud, strong, can't be beat, resilient, all of that. Today I'm wearing Trans Dudes Are Hotter. Yes, because that is the truth. I am wearing a cologne from Dolor Trey, smelling of trash, filth, and ravenousness. I'm happy to be here this evening. Hi, everybody, and I hope I answer all your questions.
Fantastic.
You are amazing. I love you. I've been wanting to get you on this show for a long time because you were just a wealth of knowledge, whether, you know, you're very well educated, you're very well spoken, and you don't put up with no shit. And I love that. I love that about you. The memes and the things that you share on Facebook are 100% on point every single time. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what I want you to do, I want you to hit that share button on your little screen, wherever it may be. Share this video because tonight we are getting an education like you would never get one before. So pay attention. Go ahead and hit that share button. Invite as many people as possible because it's on tonight. All right. Sister looks good. My girl over here looks good. My dude down here looks good. Let's have some fun.
And my ladies look fabulous, honey. Yes. And wearing that purple. Purple is royalty, honey. Yeah.
Baby, I look good tonight. Mom, thank you so much for allowing me to use your tablet because my resolution's on point. You can hear a bitch tonight. You can see a bitch tonight. And then my power goes out. Watch.
Right?
I got candles for you.
We were getting ready.
We got candles. Yep, I got my candles too. Yep, we're ready. We're going to do this no matter what.
There is so much love coming into Orion Angel. I love your comment. Jay, welcome to the insane asylum. He's not wrong. Like, it's going to get crazy up in here.
Yeah.
They let me out on good behavior. I'm just as crazy.
Cassie was saying he is one of the sweetest humans I've ever met. Him and his girlfriend. You and Amber are just amazing.
Thank you.
I wanted to dive into, I saw a meme today. I thought you shared it. I'm looking at your Facebook right now. But basically it wasn't a meme. It was a comment, but I love this. I love that you said this. I just want individuals to know that the whole I identify as memes are highly fucking offensive to members of the trans community. Instead of mocking our community, take time to understand us.
That part.
Yeah.
All of that.
All of that.
Period.
Well, and there's so many people who I think they're saying it's one of those, the heart's in the right place, but the articulation is not. It's people who are like, you mess with trans kids, I'm going to identify as a problem. I get what you're trying to do, but you missed it just slightly.
You missed it. Yeah, absolutely. I just find it offensive. Like, You have people saying I identify as a refrigerator, a damn telephone. Like, you know, this was life or death. So that's nothing to be
Exactly.
played with.
You don't play with that shit.
Not at
No.
all.
It's
It's
not
very
funny.
disrespectful.
It's not funny. You know,
Jay,
that's like when. Go ahead.
you were
I was just saying, like, when gay marriage started, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, if I want to marry this tree over here or marry my dog, is that okay too?" I'm like, first off, it's about human respect, not about inanimate objects or animals. Like, focus, people. Let's focus. Anyway, go on.
what
We'll
would
get
you
upset.
say? I don't want to get super heavy, but we're going to get a little heavy tonight. Let's talk about, you were a drag king for the longest time, and we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. Do you think you might step back into the drag world?
I absolutely do want to step back into the drag world. I've been being pushed by my girlfriend Amber and one of our good friends Casey. I definitely want to do it, but I definitely want to be aligned. I want to come back with a fierceness because it's totally different doing drag when I was in the box of a lesbian to put on a beard, throw on some guy clothes, and perform. Now I feel like I need to step up the ante and come back because as a trans person, I can still do drag because drag is an expression. Me being transgender is my identity. They are two different things. And I'm so happy to see trans women and trans men out here doing drag now because you're showing your expression. You're expressing yourselves.
Exactly. And we were very fortunate this past Sunday to work with both Christina Dahl and remind me, Jade.
Tamia and Deja.
Tamia, Deja, yeah.
And Deja. And just beautiful women. And their characters are so much more elevated when they're doing drag. You know what I mean? And we got to see them as both entities. And I have to say, even Christina Dahl, when she came out Sunday night to the Purple Parrot, I didn't even recognize her as a woman. You know what I mean? She had big glasses on, looking and stunning with no makeup on her face at all. Just stunning.
I think she said something to my husband along the lines of, "I look like hipster Mulan."
Yeah. So kudos to those artists as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to find your old drag pictures, Jay.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta do some real digging because it's like, it's probably way back when like I first had hipster Mulan. Casey's funny,
right?
But we just need to realize that some of our trans women, this is their job because let's be honest, it's hard for trans folks to get hired anywhere. They can say that there's a discrimination law that protects you. They can find other ways around it. And I speak from experience.
Of course.
So when you make your comeback, I'm not going to say if, I'm going to say when. What is going to be your first number?
Ooh. I don't know, probably Genuine Pony because that was my jam. Put it on my silk robe and things and just
Would that be the style of music you would do? Like, do you have a certain genre of music that you would stick to?
No, because I'm not normal. I am not traditional in any shape or form. I could come out and do a country song and rock. So yeah, I could totally do anything.
And that's why I love you.
I love that. Alicia was asking if I could find the pictures. Trust me, I looked, girl. I don't know where they are. I love that we're kind of like nudging you back to doing it, but that's one of the cool things. I forget who said it. I think it was Monica Beverly Hills who said, "Drag is what I do. Trans is who I am."
Yeah.
And I wish more people understood that. Like, not all drag queens, or not all drag performers are trans.
Correct.
And not all trans people are drag performers. There's a huge difference. Daniel Jackson is saying he would love to see XAVIER perform live on stage. We all would.
I'll be there. I'll be there for that debut. Absolutely.
Right? I will be in the front row just throwing dollars. So, Jay, I'm trying to come up with a good one. Why? I know you. I had a joke go through my head earlier, and I was the cheeky thing is like you said you're not doing drag now that you're not in that lesbian box. How many lesbian boxes have you been in?
None. I didn't. I'd never dated lesbians. I dated straight women.
Yes. Look at her. Look at Amethyst right now.
I'll be in your box later.
Yes. Look, don't get me started, Jay. Don't get me started.
That was not the question I intended to ask, but that's the question that came out. So there it is.
The universe spoke.
Yep. But that does, bring up a very valid point as well. You've dated straight women. Trans men are men.
Are men.
Yep.
End of sentence.
Yep.
Have you ever had an issue dating a straight woman?
No, that was who I went after. Like I as they said, I gender confused them when I dated straight women because I had a lot of masculinity in me and I presented as masculine. And even without the beard, I still had a masculine look. So yeah, I always knew I was a boy. And inside I felt like a boy. So I portrayed myself as such. I feel like society put me in the lesbian box because, oh, you're a female wearing boy clothes, you're a lesbian. No, stop throwing people in boxes. Boxes are for clothes, food, and all that shit. Not for me.
Exactly. And people need to realize that it's not about them.
No.
One of my very best friends of over 20 years, and Jay, you've spoken with him as well, Brighton.
Yes.
We've known each other for over 20 years. I knew them as their former selves. And I have that name actually tattooed on my leg. And during their transition, it was very hard for me because I felt as though I was losing my friend, and I wasn't. And I also realized that it was not about me, and my opinion was completely invalid as to their transition and their story and their journey. It had nothing to do with me. And I had to learn to not be selfish about that. So I was grateful for having that experience so close to me, someone who I consider to be family, and to have bettered myself during that process. Because even as, a drag entertainer, trans was I wasn't educated on the matter. And I probably said a lot of things that I probably shouldn't have because I didn't know. So I was grateful for that experience. It really brought me closer to them, and allowed me to better understand, that journey and that process has nothing to do with me or anyone else, so.
Yeah.
A friend of mine many years ago said that when she transitioned, and she transitioned, I believe back in the 90s, she held a funeral for that helped the family heal from it. I don't think we do that much anymore, but I'm like, that's clever. I had never thought of that. And she is one thing I've learned about all of my trans siblings is that once they find their true authentic self, oh, they are ready to show it off. We were joking this weekend working with the incredible Christina Dahl. She could not put clothes on to save her life. I shared a dressing room with several other performers, but mostly Christina Dahl's ass. And I was like, yes, ma'am, I did. I think that's why I just sat there quiet most of the time. I was like, no matter where I turn, it's still looking at me.
There was that beautiful booty.
It was a beautiful booty too.
And congratulations to her as well. She just won Miss Fabulous International. Is that
yes, in Las Vegas? Yes,
Miss Fabulous International 2021.
Yes.
Out in Las Vegas. Jade, I don't know if you have any pictures of Christina Dahl or anything like that.
One.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. She's stunning. She's ridiculously stunning and such a sweetheart. So genuine.
Very
and
humble.
so kind. But yeah, all of her costumes pretty much fit in the palm of your hand. So, you know, just a little pasty here, a little pasty there. And she's just, I love that she celebrates who she is and she celebrates her body and she's not afraid to let that out. Because she's beautiful. She should. I would. If I had a body like that, I'd never have clothes on.
It's like the little washcloths you can put water on and they can expand on the body. It's like,
yeah. It's like a micro machine, or what were those things? Shrinky dinks.
Shrinky dinks.
I couldn't deal with the fact that she just walked across that street with a couple pasties on and stopping traffic, the confidence she exuded.
Yes.
So beautiful.
Look at that. Oh.
We had the honor of working with a lot of just amazingly talented trans women this weekend.
Yes.
And it was such a joy. And the radiation of happiness that comes from them is just makes me so happy for them. Absolutely.
And to just see them celebrating life and being the person they were born to be is inspiring. It's inspiring, even as it is drag queens. You know what I mean? It's inspiring to see people live their truth.
Casey wanted to point out she is phenomenal and such a fucking lady.
Indeed. Exactly.
Yes.
Casey, you could not be more right.
Jay, what was the most thrilling moment when you got to live your authentic self?
I finally broke free from my vault. I felt like for so long you're living a double life, and it's emotionally and mentally draining. I mean, I come from multiple suicide attempts, self-harm, losing family members because I wanted to live my true authentic self, but to actually be J. Xavier Johnson, that just speaks for itself. Like, it just radiates from me. And like, I didn't have the representation, so I want to be that representation. So I finally feel free. I don't feel locked up or trapped anymore. It's like the greatest feeling ever. You glow differently.
Ooh, that's the quote of the night. You glow differently.
And I can just feel that through the screen. And I love that. I just eat it for breakfast and I love it. I love it so much. I'm so glad you're with us tonight. Thank you for doing this with us and just for sharing your light. Like, I'm over here like, nom, 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 nom. I love it. I love it so much. I love it. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Absolutely.
And don't worry, kids, we still got another hour of this shenanigans, so don't get silly.
Yeah. So make sure you're sharing that video. Share the live, share the love.
If you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Absolutely.
That's how we get noticed. You know, this entire month we are celebrating our trans siblings, so make sure you are watching. Orion Angel had a very good question, and this is, I know a few answers to this, but I would like Jay to answer this one. Orion wants to know, what is the appropriate way for someone to react if they accidentally misgender someone?
It depends. Okay, so like if they accidentally do it, don't bring too much attention to it. Don't always say sorry, because then it makes it very awkward. Just be like, just correct yourself in the next sentence. Just keep the conversation flowing and open. If somebody misgenders me, my mom does it very often. She'll correct herself somewhere down the line. I won't bring attention to it because it's like, if it's accidental, I can tell accidental over being very on purpose. Yeah. So just don't bring attention to it because like you don't want to feel uncomfortable, and you definitely don't want the trans person to feel even more uncomfortable.
We have another good question here from Eve Brown, otherwise known as Jamie Angel. They would like to know, do you feel that drag helped you prepare for transitioning? Would there be variations that you are likely to make returning to drag after transitioning? Any suggestions for others who are in the process, especially if they feel like their drag self is more than who they wait. Mama doesn't know how to read. Any suggestion for others in the process, especially if they feel like their drag self is more who they are than their daily person?
Well, I mean, when I was doing drag, yes, yes, I did feel like it, but it also put me back in a depression when I had to go back to reality. I felt myself when I did drag, because I was in the masculine clothes and everything. But at night when I went home, it made me even more depressed. So I probably won't use the same variations. I think my drag is probably going to be totally different. You know, I had to actually bind my chest when performing and do other alterations to not look feminine. So now I can just rip my damn shirt off and have my stomach showing or whatever like that. Because I have more confidence. But to give someone else advice on it, I usually typically don't give that type of advice. It's like when you find yourself, you're going to align with yourself. That's you're just going to feel it. It took me.
Write that down.
It took me many years to get where I'm at. So, and no bit of advice from anybody would have changed my mind because you have to align when you're ready.
I love you. Have I said that yet?
Yes.
I love you so much. So much. Write that down, people. Write that down.
I'm working on it.
You're doing great. You're doing take notes. I'll copy later. So
already, kids, we are going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we are going to have some Diamond Dish, and then feel free to ask questions. So get all of your questions ready for all of us. We will be back in just a couple minutes, which is good because I have to pee. See you soon.
WLFE Digital Broadcast Network is on TV. You can watch all of our shows on WLFE-DB.com. Check out our channels. Paranormal View for all of your paranormal type shows. LGBTQ Friends for all of our LGBTQ shows. Variety Unlimited for all other shows. It runs 24/7 right on WLFE-DB.com. You'll even catch the lives, all in one place. Never miss an episode, past or future. WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows. Here at WLFE-DB, you can find shows that vary in many topics. The paranormal, the creepy, heavy metal, and LGBTQ and drag. Our shows are your shows, and we want to provide a wide diversity for all to enjoy. So, tune in to Facebook.com/WLFEDB Radio. Like, follow, and share with your friends and family. Also, go check out our website at www.WLFE-DB.com. 2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE-DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE-DB radio shows.
More from WLFE-DB Radio Network after this.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Bree, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area at 410-400-9641, or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
Oh yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE-DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there. T-shirts, coffee mugs, tanks, buttons, cloth bags, and more. Go to WLFE-DB.com. On the top bar, click on the merchandise tab and bam, there you go. You got merch. Support the shows. WLFE-DB.com.
You're listening to WLFEDB Radio. Now, back to our program.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Inside the Drag Closet. It's your co-host, Amethyst Diamond. It is time yet again for Diamond Dish, that we are dedicating this entire month to trans artists, activists, and individuals. I want to talk about something that is very important, and that would be mental health. I always like to talk about love and light, and self-love and self-respect. And I wanted tonight to touch on mental health. And I have a lot of people in my life who struggle with both anxiety and depression. I typically am not someone who struggles with those things. However, many of my closest friends and family members do. Oftentimes I've had issues learning how to be a supportive person for those individuals, learning the right things to say and not saying the wrong things or the hurtful things. A lot of people who suffer with anxiety, oftentimes when they have an anxiety attack, they just need to know that somebody's there to support them. Saying things like, oh, you have nothing to be upset about, what's wrong with you today? Offer that person a glass of water, tell them to have a seat, sit down, breathe, take deep breaths. Just being that person of inspiration and love and support does wonders for somebody who has anxiety. And the same with depression. Don't try to correct the problem per se. Just having that presence of support and love will change the world for those people. And I wanted to get the opinion tonight of my host and our guest tonight, because I know that they have valuable information for that as well. So if Jade and Jay, you want to come on back. If Jade, are you done peeing, girl? You done peeing?
Just barely.
Just barely. She's still wiping.
I might still be going.
Just a little dab. Little dab will do you. So, how do you both feel? I know many people or yourselves who suffer with anxiety and depression. What are some of the most important, valuable tools that you can tell somebody who does not to help assist people in those times?
Jay, would you like to go first?
Sure. Mental health is very, very, very important. It still plays a part of my life because I still suffer from anxiety and I still suffer from depression. So just having that really good supportive system, and if you don't have it at home, chosen family, going to therapy is one of my best things. Meditation, and just always uplifting people. You never know what type of day someone is having. Just uplift them. I do it on a daily basis. I'll text message my friends, or I'll put up an inspirational quote on Facebook because it's going to reach somebody. Even if it reaches one person, that might reach a person that was on the ledge and I brought them back. Mental health, the stigmas are horrible out there. They think that, oh, you're crazy, you shouldn't go to a therapist, and don't be medicated. You shouldn't say those type of things because it's just negative. It's negative. It's very negative, and it allows somebody else to do negative self-talk. Yes. So always uplifting, and make sure to do self-care because you can't give to somebody else if you're not taking care of yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm one of those. I'm very upfront about the fact that I see a therapist. And it's funny, the first therapists I saw, I actually stopped seeing because I was like, I need to make myself more important than this therapist who was showing up late. And I was like, I'm paying a lot of money for an hour and you're giving me like 35 minutes. So no, we're not doing this. And that was that first moment where I was like, you know what? I need to be the important one. It's not selfish to put yourself first from time to time.
Absolutely not.
And I struggle with that all the time because, as anybody who knows me knows, I have a hard time putting the priority on myself. But I've been doing it more lately and I have been enjoying it. But when I deal with anxiety issues every once in a while. I never thought I did, and now I'm realizing, oh, that's what it is. I'm one of two things. I'm either please come over and check in on me, or please leave me alone. And I never know which one's going to happen. So I err on the side of caution. If I see somebody else going through something, I'm usually the one to like take a step back, kind of observe the situation. And if I need to step in, I will. But usually I'm like, I will wait until they ask for me.
And that's so important, to be able to recognize the right timing to step in. Mm-hmm. Sometimes just standing next to that person is enough. They don't need to hear from you. You don't have to say a word. You acknowledge the fact that you realize they are going through something.
Yep.
If you don't know the right things to say, don't.
Jamie Angel just posted, sometimes when people tell me to breathe, it feels like they are minimalizing my experience. I find for me, someone saying, do you need a hand to anchor you? That actually helps me. Everybody's different in how they handle things. So that's why I observe the situation. When I was doing the New Jersey Ren Fair, I went to visit friends of mine, and they have an autistic son who fell off of his chair. And I watched it happen. I looked to see if he was okay. And I just sat there quietly. Other people came rushing over and they overwhelmed him. And I was like, no, just go away. This is not, you can actually make a situation worse by rushing in, especially if it's someone you don't know.
Absolutely. And Amber is very good. My partner, my girlfriend, she's very good with my mental health. She knows when I'm going through something, and sometimes it might just take a little touch on the hand or to come give me a kiss on the forehead. Because my journey as a trans man is lifetime. It's a life journey. I'm still going to face dysphoria. I'm still going to face all of those traumas, and she's always there, even if it's just a few words or a touch on the shoulder, or just go get me a favorite toy, like a kid toy, or get me a special drink. She just knows. And it's very good to have that type of support when you're in a transition like this.
It is. Amber's phenomenal. There are no words to describe Amber. She is an entity all of her own, and I love every ounce of her. And she's a riot. You two together are just an inspirational couple.
Thank you.
For those of you that don't know Jay and Amber, you should. And I can say that I am extremely blessed to call them my family. Absolutely.
So Vicky has a pretty serious question here. I like this one. Vicky would like to know, she says, so I have a friend who transitioned and they are so happy now, but I've always known them before their transition. What steps does it take to get comfortable with them in their transition? Sorry if this is a wrong way of asking this question. It takes nerve to ask the question. So there is no such thing as a bad question.
Not at all. Vicky, that's a wonderful question. And I was just touching on that prior to the commercial break with my friend. I struggled with a long time with their transition until you have to realize, sweetheart, it's not about you. It's not about you at all. You're not losing a friend. You're not losing who they are. They are who they are. And the best thing you can do is to just give them that love and give them that support. That is their journey and that is their life. And the more you love and support the heart that is within, that's what you need to support. You know what I mean? How you feel about it is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Don't let that be your forefront to how you see them or how you treat them.
Yes,
they are still that person to you.
Absolutely. What I mean? And I can take this right from my friend Casey. Michael says it the best. Your body is your vessel. So that person hasn't changed. If anything, you're getting the best version of them, because that version that you had from the past, they weren't happy. So now that they're happy and glowy, that's the best authentic, living truth self they are.
It's a gift. It's a gift to you.
Very much. Very much so. And the most you can do is give the love and give the allyship and educate yourself. Educate yourself. That's all I can say. You go out and then you can have those open dialogue questions for your trans friend, and being able to use the right wordage and verbiage to be able to
Yes.
speak to them. They'll have more respect for you that way.
Yes.
Orion has a fascinating question. Is it wrong to hold on to the memories you have with someone before they transitioned?
No, not at all.
No. I still hold on to memories of my past life, and I'll say it. My dead name is Brittany. My shed name, because I just shedded that name, so I don't try to refer to it as dead name. Dead name is like my past, present versus person. I like to hold on to those memories because Brittany stayed strong for a very long fucking time and kept herself alive so that J. Xavier could be here to speak with all of you and be able to share J. Xavier with the world. So do I look at pictures sometime and be like, damn, that used to be me? But that's a bad bitch. She stayed alive all this time so J. Xavier could come out and shine.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to your parents looking at those memories, my relationship with my mom has been very, very rocky. Still from time to time she calls me my shed name and still uses the wrong pronouns. But I have to allow her to grieve the way she wants to grieve. Everybody has a different way to grieve. At first it used to hurt me. And now I'm like, I have to let her grieve the way she grieves. I had to grieve myself. So who am I to tell her how to grieve? On this transitional journey, everybody around you is on the same damn journey, but just different roads. They're transitioning with you. When it comes to it, they are really transitioning with you. And we can't fault them.
No.
So it's okay to hold on to those memories, because if that's how you're going to cope and how you're going to grieve that person, that's absolutely healthy. That's your way of grieving, and you're allowed to. Don't let anybody tell you can't grieve the way you want to.
Exactly. And Vicky, and for those of you watching, it's important that you feel okay asking these questions.
Yes.
It's okay to verbalize how you feel and what you're questioning. You should. There's nothing wrong with saying, I want to understand and I want to know you better. Please teach me and embrace me and educate me on how to move forward. That is okay. It takes balls to do that. It takes strength to be able to admit you don't know something and to verbalize it and get it out. That's a beautiful thing. That's how we grow. That's how we become better and stronger and closer. So the fact that you're asking these questions, it's a good thing. Thank you. It's a good thing.
A lot of my coworkers, when I told them I was a drag queen, had no idea what was going on. Instantly it was, oh, you want to be a woman? No, that's something else. Oh, so you have sex dressed as a woman? No, that's something else too. So now a lot of them have seen me perform and they're like, oh, there's nothing feminine about that. I'm like, yes, Muppet. Thank you. I am a cartoon. But I always tell them it's better to ask a question than assume you know the answer.
Yes.
All of that.
Yeah.
All of that.
Oh, I need to write that in the quote book.
Yes. Sorry. All of that.
Yep.
I'm running out of room.
Yeah, I'd rather you ask me a question than to speak ignorance. Because then ignorance already puts me on the defense. And I don't want to be that person. So just come at me directly with some knowledge and we can speak on it. But soon as the ignorance comes out, my disrespect comes out. Oops.
Yes.
I hate when that happens.
Hey. Hey.
We almost got to see that this weekend with a slight error during the show. Sometimes when people point and say something, they should be more specific about who they're pointing at. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. Because there was about to be some flipping tables. Casey Michael, you know we flip shit.
I want to see you and Casey flip tables. I do. I really do.
Right? I am here for it.
All the way.
Oh, that was such a crazy, crazy whirlwind of a weekend. And
so much fun.
Like, this was just my second time performing in Rehoboth, and I loved it so much. And I have to say, like, Jay and Amber are like now my extended family. I got to change in their bathroom, put on the fastest face I ever put on.
Yeah. Yes, we had a marathon of a day, and I said it before the first time you did it. It was so rewarding and so humbling to see you thrive and to be accepted into that world. They took you so well, and they loved you so much because you are your own character. You do your own style, and it was welcomed, and it was such a relief for people to see a new style down there, and I'm so grateful that I got to see that with you. So thank you for sharing that whole experience with me. I love it.
I love sharing my hole with everyone.
Wow.
Wait, what are we talking? Where am I?
I'm currently in the Rosa Parks section. I'm not in it.
Anyway, back to.
Hi. Welcome to Inside the Drag
Well,
Club.
thank you all for tuning into the last episode of Inside the Drag Club. As Jade gets us canceled.
Namaste.
There were some other questions here. Let me see if I can find them. We were talking a lot about, helping people through anxiety.
Yes, and mental health. Yes.
Mental health. Let's switch gears and talk about something. Orion Angel. Damn it, Jade. I just choked on my cinnamon roll. You're welcome.
I want a cinnamon roll.
I do.
Is that what they call it?
Ah!
Cinnamon biscuits. Ooh.
Who doesn't love a bit of cinnamon? We got a lot of love emotes, heart emotes, one angry emote, but that's a weird angry emote. Must have been what we were talking about. I don't know.
It must have been. Don't be angry. Let it out. Let it
I
out.
think it was anger about something we were talking about, not about us, because they are a diehard drag fan who did it. My husband's messaging me something. Oh, sweet Jesus. I'm going to have to share this picture. All right. Against my better judgment, let me upload this. So one of the weirdest experiences I had this weekend was doing a show outside and someone pulling up in a Jeep to tip me. I was like, what just happened? I go over to the Jeep and realize it's Coco Ferragamo and Kenra Lynn. Who happened to be driving by at that very moment. And this was the result.
Yeah,
that's what it was. I took the tip and it took me. I was like, thank you. Oh my God, it's you. Because I'm dumb.
That was amazing. The fact that you're out in the street getting money in traffic.
Right?
That was a Missy Elliott moment. Beep, beep. Who got that keys to their Jeep?
It's Kenra Lynn.
Right? She does some amazing hair too. Like,
indeed,
Aida Stratton gets a lot of hair from her, and they are always sickening.
Absolutely.
Jamie Angel, once again, one of the things that is hard for, and each person has different feelings about how to handle people remembering past events with the trans person. When memories are with Jill in school, but now they're going by Bill after transition, so not knowing how to handle those high school reunion style questions. What are your thoughts on handling those situations, particularly when it would confuse context? What can we do to help others know how we would like them to discuss past events? Ooh, that's a good question.
Great question.
A lot of my friends just say, back in the day, they don't ever use like my dead name or anything like that. So it just varies from different person to person. Some people don't get offended by it when you speak in past context. Like my friend Casey and I would be like, you remember when Brittany did? I'd be like, but she did now. So I don't like it. Doesn't bother me. I really don't have any advice on that. It's like, it's in the moment things. It depends on the person. Just like transition, everybody's transition is different. So it varies from person to person. Like with me, it doesn't offend me now because I'm past that point. Now, if you had caught me at the beginning of my transition, it definitely is more sensitive. But transition is more than your physical outlook. It's your psychological and mental. They all have to align. So, and that comes with time. So that depends on the person whether they want to speak on that past
I like
or
that.
how to speak on the past.
Yeah.
I do like that Amber did say earlier, we're still trying to figure out how Brittany died. Jay won't tell us. And then she was letting Casey know, we think it's a roller skating accident.
Absolutely.
That's how I plan to go out, just roller skating.
Roller skating, yes. Yes.
That was something I love to do, and I think I just got, I lost the skate.
I love roller skating. I love it.
Same.
I can't do the inline thing. They have to be quads for me. I'm sorry, I'm old school, but
Yeah, I can't stand up on them. No, I need four wheel.
No. I can walk in 7-inch heels. I can do cartwheels in 7-inch heels, but I can't inline skate. Go figure. I have no idea.
I do very much find it fascinating that you are comfortable talking about Brittany. Because usually a lot of trans folks say don't use the dead name at all. And I appreciate that you're like, that was part of me.
I just can't, that was part of me. And how would I get to this part? Like I said, Brittany kept herself alive after even multiple suicide attempts and self-harm, many trips to Dover Behavioral, but Brittany held on. I can't get rid of that. I wouldn't be the man I am today. And I feel like it's very healthy to remember that old person because it was a part of my transition. I still had to find myself.
Absolutely.
I can't hate her. I love her.
Absolutely. It's like it would be like tearing pages out of your book.
Yeah, no, that's part of my story.
That's part of your story. Those
I had
chapters are just
to
as
get over
important.
those. Yep.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's such a great way to think about that. I know a number of younger people who are transitioning or identifying as non-binary now who are just, they're going through the struggle of, their families dead naming them. And I wish this show was for all ages, but we are 18 and up. But there were some very important facts made tonight. Like when you said, you can't tell your mother how to grieve. She has to grieve in her way. I'm like, that speaks so many volumes.
Yeah, absolutely. I had to grow in my journey. Even as I was 32, I had to grow into myself because I had to grow like maturity wise and to be like, I did get real selfish for a minute there, like an unhealthy selfish, like,
right.
Fuck you, fuck everybody else. Like, this is my journey. But then I had to realize, okay, well, my mother gave birth to me. She could have chose not to. So I can't take that away. You can't take away who your family is. And if it gets too toxic, you can walk away. You are strong enough to walk away. But for my younger youth, I tell them, I say, give it time, baby. Give it time because you're still young. Like my mom found out when I was 32. Like she knew when I was identified as or thrown in the box as a lesbian. That was easier for her to accept, to know that instead of I'm going into being a man. So we have to allow people their time. And it comes with time. All you can do is put the education out there. Go to therapy together. Have open dialogue and open communication. And let them know that their feelings are just as valid as yours.
Absolutely.
We talked a little bit before the show about resources. Do you have any, I know I have a bunch of them listed here. What would you say would be the best resource for trans youth to go to?
The Trevor Project.org, I believe it is. Yes, that's for youth. If you ever feel like you need somebody to talk to, if you feel like you're in a crisis, that is definitely a number to call. I wish I had these type of things as a youth because I struggled a lot. Like I said, there's a lot more resources now than there were prior to my living in my truth. They also have translifeline.org. That's also another one. And it's also another crisis line that you can call. And I believe they have a youth line and an adult line. Definitely comes in handy. And there is the transyouth.org.
Oh, I need to write that one.
Oh. That's fine. That's definitely what resources for children, youth. Also for parents, they have pflag.org, and you can go there and find your local branch. So for parents that are trying to learn how to cope, there's support groups out there for you as well.
Yes,
Excellent.
and for all you drag queens out there that love music, that want to support such organizations, like the Trevor Project, Morphe and the Trevor Project actually teamed up. They made a palette especially for Pride. It's called Live with Love. You can see it here. All the proceeds from buying this palette on Morphe go to the Trevor Project. And it's filled with Pride colors. It's absolutely beautiful and wonderful. So all you queens out there who love makeup and want to support a good cause, go on Morphe.com, pick up this palette. It was probably $20. They have a mirror. They have some other accessories as well that go along with it. But yes, that's one way as drag queens out there, you can support the Trevor Project and other organizations that we mentioned here tonight. So.
And I also work for an amazing organization called Get Plume. They have a website, and it's a gender affirming care where trans individuals can start their journeys on the hormone therapies. We are currently in 34 states. You can go on there and find out what state they're in. It's a $99 a month fee. We're in the works with working with insurances to get it covered. With that $99, they cover your hormones, your labs, and also your letters. We also are now getting mental health services that are in the works. Should be getting done probably by the end of the year. So we're definitely getting up and coming, and it's amazing. It's trans care by trans folks.
For us, by us. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. I love it. So, Jay, do you want to speak on more about the trans youth programs that you work with? Like Camp Rehoboth is one. Is that correct?
Yes, I work with Camp Rehoboth. I'm a mentor there along with Amber and Casey. Local GSAs get together, and it has been very hard right now during COVID to actually get into the schools because the schools weren't having anything. So we had to do things outside. We just had a bowling event. All kids, all LGBT, even their allies can come and bowl with us. I also mentor at my local alumni high school, this very high school I used to walk through with tears in my eyes and cuts on my arms. It's so inclusive now. They have a GSA, and I went in there to speak one time, and then ever since I've been there. So I've gained like 3 mentees through there. And I still mentor them to the day. One's in college, just started college last week. Another one just got engaged and waiting for his name change. And I even have some adults under me. It's amazing. I love working with my youth because when I was growing up, I didn't have the representation. And I believe that youth need to see themselves in somebody else, especially my BIPOC people, Black, Indigenous, people of color. We are a marginalized group. And sometimes even our transitions are minimized in like everything is white. So I think we need to have more diversity because a lot of our marginalized groups are struggling, especially our Black trans women and Latinas are really struggling right now and getting killed and murdered because of the type of lifestyle that they are in. And we do not condemn them for being sex workers because that's the only damn job they can hold because of other ignorant asses. So we will not do that. If they do sex work, it is okay.
Okay.
Oh, Casey, GSA is Gender and Sexuality Alliance. It's a program within each school. Different schools call them different things. The school I work with calls it Kaleidoscope. Somebody else calls it Harmony.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the colleges and universities in the area have like a gay straight alliance group, what have you. I know I used to work with with Millersville University as well here locally, and they've changed their names from PFLAG or any alliance group out there. So yeah.
I'll bring him back when his camera starts moving again.
Hi, honey. I love you.
Hi.
I love you so much.
I love you.
Cool. That's cool.
So he
It's
is down in Rehoboth right now, and the weather was getting bad. He was like, I've got candles ready. I've got a flashlight. I'm like, well, what about your internet? So
yes,
we are going to wait until Jay's camera starts moving again.
that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, this has been such an amazing conversation this evening, though, and I'm so
I
glad.
love it.
Like, you and I can talk about trans rights till we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, we're not. So,
right.
We are allies to our trans family.
Yes.
But it's better to have our trans siblings speak
on the matter. Absolutely. That's what I kept saying to Jay when I wanted to get him on the show. I'm like, I want to be your megaphone, because the things that come out of your mouth need to be said and screamed for the people in the back row. You know what I mean? Like, he's such a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so proud of him. And I've known him for just a little over a year, but I feel like I've been waiting my whole life to have his presence in my life. You know what I mean? Same with Amber, you know, his girlfriend. Those two, if the world could take a lesson, baby.
Exactly.
Just, yeah. I don't even know what more to say. I really don't. Like, if you know, you know.
This is one of those episodes where I'm just like sitting back because I'm absorbing everything. I'm taking notes so I can be a better ally as well.
Exactly.
And, you know,
exactly. That's so important for us. I value that. You know what I mean? So
I'm back.
What's up, handsome? How you doing?
You forgot to pay my cable bill when you left here, bitch.
Not the light bill. I'm sorry. I should have left the 20 on the table. I'm sorry.
My Wi-Fi is going, but
I forgot to pay the bill. I'm sorry.
We were just saying. Oh, there we go. I just want to share a lot of these comments right here, right now.
Yes. Share the love. Share the live.
Derek is saying this episode makes me so proud of the show and the people who make it happen. Robin, this was an educational evening. I know several trans people. Vicky as well is so grateful for this evening. For those who don't know, Vicky and Robin are twins. So
y'all look a lot alike.
They do. We're going to do makeovers on them at some point, but we're giving them 2 different makeup artists.
Yeah, we are.
But yeah, just this has been such an amazing episode, and we still have 24 minutes left. So
we're going to fill it up.
Want to talk about?
We're going to fill it up.
Oh yeah.
You say me? Huh? What's happening?
Huh?
What's happening?
Huh?
What's happening? What are we doing? Whose turn is it anyway?
Right.
No.
Jay, what would you like to talk about?
I don't really talk about much. I want to just keep reiterating, like, education is definitely needed. And members of the LGB or the LGMB need to realize that the T does exist and stop not including us. We are human just like you. We're in the same fight. You're only as strong as your your best oppressed group. So, like, we're oppressed very much so, and you should be standing on the front lines with us, not against us. It's just too much animosity between the LGB and the T. We got to do better. We need to come. We're under the same. We're in the same boat. Stop poking holes in it.
Yep.
It's so it boggles my mind too, because even in with just gay men, there's so much like hatred of others. You know, I always hear stories about the bear community being exclusionary of people who aren't a certain, you know, skin color, not a certain weight, not a certain amount of body hair. And I'm like, why? It makes no sense to me. We all have to support each other.
Well, why are we getting all this respect from everybody else and we can't even get ourselves right? There's a problem.
Yeah.
We need to work on us in order to get other people to respect us. But everything has intersectionalities. Even amongst the trans, we are separated by skin color, by who got a beard and who don't got a beard, who got a six-pack and who don't have a six-pack, who looks passing and who doesn't. Like, get it together. We're all in the same journey, just going different fucking routes.
Yes. Yes.
Orion just asked a very good question. I love this one. Jay, if I brought you into my school to talk to my preschoolers, what is the most important thing you would want them to learn?
To love individuals for who they are. Just love them. It's the inside. This is a vessel.
It's a vessel.
Just love everybody regardless of skin color, regardless of their sexual orientation, regardless of their identity.
Yeah.
Kids are impressionable. I'm going to promote love. I will always promote love.
Yeah. People need to see with their eyes closed.
Yes.
Yep.
And honestly, if I was to walk into their preschool class, they wouldn't know any damn different.
They would have no idea.
They would have no idea. Kids are taught hate. Kids are taught to discriminate against others. They don't just come up on this on their own.
Nope. Sure don't. And they never would.
No.
They never would.
I love stories out there where you see, like, there's this adorable story. It's about these two, like, kindergarten level children. They dressed alike because they thought their kindergarten teacher wouldn't be able to tell them apart. Yep. And one was white and one was black. They didn't see that. They were just like, we're best friends. We look exactly alike. I love that story because they're just like, we're going to fool our teacher.
That's so cute.
So cute.
That's so cute. I love that.
I hope, and I hate that a good friend of mine a number of years ago, one of the most gut-wrenching stories he told me was he had to start telling his son, who is the sweetest person on the planet, he had to start explaining to his son, you know, if the police pull you over, you have to be extra careful because his son is a big dude. He's half Caucasian, half African American, but he, you know, is seen as a black man. So he's like, you have to be extra careful. And my buddy John was just kind of like, I hate having to tell him this story. I hate having to tell my straight A student, my son who wants to be a doctor, that he has to be careful because a cop might shoot him. I'm like, that's
such a shame.
Kills me.
Things did definitely change. When I was presenting as a female, cops and stuff didn't bother me. Now that I present as a male, things have gotten a lot different for me. Cops follow me a lot. They look at me differently. So when people say that things are quite different, it really is. And I never was in the experience before, but now that I am, I'm like, whoa, like, this is crazy. Now I know what my brothers go through. Like, it's horrible.
Right. That was hard for me too, you know, growing up biracial. You know, my mom is white and my dad is black, you know, and it always seemed like I was too dark for one side and too light for the other, and I was never accepted by either. You know what I mean? So I feel that, you know, people who are biracial are the future. In the future, everybody will be biracial.
Yeah.
Everybody. You know what I mean? So I'm the future, people. Get used to it.
And biracial people are gorgeous. Gorgeous. Like, and Amethyst.
She's right.
She's going to cut up my wigs.
I still go through that.
Mess.
Like,
mess,
I'm
mess, mess.
for the black people, and the white people are like, oh no, you're with a white girl. And yeah, I've been, it's so now I'm just like, I'm me. Fuck it.
Right. Right. And everything else is nobody's business. Like, why do you care?
And she's over there saying she needs a biracial baby.
Oh. Oh. I have been asked to father several children, so don't worry about that. Isn't that right, Cassie? I might be a daddy one day. I probably will be. Tune in next year on Inside the Drag Closet.
When you're sitting there rocking a baby.
Yeah, yeah.
This is my life now.
Why? Why did I do this?
I have to say that's one thing I have never had a passion for. I have never wanted to be a parent. I have never just.
And that's okay.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I don't
It's
know
not
why.
for everybody. We're all meant for whatever, you know?
Yep. I used to love teaching though, because the best part about teaching, imparting knowledge and then giving them back.
Yep.
Bye. Orion with all the good comments tonight. I have a little girl who came to me in tears because her mom told her she couldn't play with her friend anymore because he likes to have his nails painted.
Shame on her. Shame on that mother.
That mom has failed.
Yep.
Shame on that mother.
My husband recently put out, there was this TikToker an amazing mother whose kid was getting bullied because he liked to do his nails. So my husband painted his nails to match the car he has and shared it on TikTok. And it's like, I think you're pretty okay. I think more people need to do stuff like that. Like show these children, they are okay. Little boys, you are allowed to do feminine things. Little girls, you are allowed to do masculine things.
Right.
When I was in high school, it was unheard of that I transferred out of the boys' gym class into the girls' class. I still used the boys' locker room, but there was nothing for me in that gym class. I was like, I am getting my butt kicked every single day, and the school wasn't willing to do anything about it. So I had to transfer to the girls' class. And we did dance and stuff I actually enjoyed in there. So.
Yeah. It's a rough time for kids, especially in high school. Yep. Middle school, high school, adolescence, when things start changing and altering and you're like cocooning and butterflying into something you have no idea what's going on. You know what I mean? It's a strange time, but that's the most important time for people to reach out.
Oh, and it's traumatizing. Oh, you kids are going through puberty and your bodies are changing at weird times.
Right.
Here's a group shower that you all have to use now.
Right.
I always thought that was weird as hell. You could catch me in the corner.
I never used it.
Nope. Nope.
I got a shower waiting at home, honey.
That's right. And
I was definitely going through because I didn't even like the body that I had. And I felt so wrong for being in the girls' shower room.
Right.
Because of how I aligned and how I identified. I was like, oh, this is not a good place for me. I shouldn't be in here. And I felt horrible for beating them in sports and gym. I'm like, that's not very gentlemanlike. Like,
exactly.
It's so, what a weird time. I am so glad those years are gone. For me, like I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Right. I mean, it is an important chapter of your life, but yeah, glad that we're done with that now.
Oh, all right. I'm looking for more questions.
You're doing great. You're wonderful and you're beautiful. You're cute. You're quirky. You're my friend. You're my sister. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. I thought that was really cute.
I did. I have to tell you, this bitch, she went and found little bags of gemstones. One was an amethyst and one was a jade. And it told you what they were good for. And it was a lot of healing energy. Oh, you have them right there. Mine are still downstairs on my dining room table. But yeah, we got amethyst and nephrite jade. Yep. It was such a cool gift.
I wanted to commemorate our friendship. I wanted to commemorate your success in a new area and meeting new people and growing as an entertainer and getting your message out there and being your fun little self that I absolutely adore. So I wanted to commemorate that and let you know that I'm proud of you and I applaud your success. And I'm happy to have helped facilitate that for you. And I'm proud of you. I'm proud to know you, and I love you as an entertainer. So I got us these little stones. One's an amethyst, and one is a jade.
That's
and awesome. We have this cute little satchel to keep it in. So, yeah, I'm sentimental. I'm emotional. Damn it, I'm sorry.
We're trying to come up with fun stuff like that, like doing the Inside the Drag Closet palette, where
Woo!
we need to like pick a couple colors that represent us, just fun stuff like that.
That's all we need. We need a good company to pick us up. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Not that we're not appreciative to WLFE-DB.com,
Yes.
but we need some more merch out there. All right. Derek's got a good question here.
Focused. Okay.
Yep. Jay, as a trans man, do you have any opinion about minors transitioning?
That is a good question. This is where I'm biased because I'm like, I'm all about you living your authentic life, dressing socially. Like, yes, that's fine. But I think that you should allow the body to do certain things to hit puberty, because I feel like the medicines and the hormones work more effectively. And I believe, as I said before, psychologically, mentally, your body needs to align it more than physical. You can do all that. I've lost trans brothers and sisters because they transitioned earlier in life, but they weren't physically, or they weren't psychologically, mentally ready, and they committed suicide. So I think we need to pay attention to that in our youth, because that's an awful lot of very big milestones that you're probably not mentally prepared to take on. Because even when I had top surgery, which is a double incision to remove my breast tissue, I still went through times of like depression and oh my God, because I've been with those parts of me for how many years? So that's where I'm biased. Like, I'm all about my trans youth living their lives, dressing socially, getting their name changed. But as far as like putting themselves on hormone blockers and stuff, it could prevent the success rate of their surgeries and their journey.
That's very interesting to know. I've always wondered that too. Like, is it too early to transition for certain people? Like, do you have to let your body go through its normal cycle before you interrupt it? And if you do interrupt it, what are the consequences to doing so?
Yeah, I mean, by the statistics that I've been reading, it's just like it puts a hinder. I don't know if you ever watch is it Jazz Jenner? I Am Jazz. She started taking hormone blockers early in her life, so when it came to doing her bottom surgery, the doctor didn't have enough to work with, so it had to end up being other multiple surgeries. So, like, I think put that in mind. Like, transitioning is more than your physical. You can get your name changed and you can social transition. But as far as like starting to put medicine in your body before your body has even prepared its first line of defense, it's kind of like, you know.
Wow.
That's
a great question.
Never thought of that.
Yeah.
It does. Maturity level, and like psychologically, yes, you may be mature, but psychologically, we know how the brain works and how the brain grows as you get older. That's an awful lot of trauma to endure when you're not ready.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Wow.
Yep.
That's a great question. I love that.
And Casey just added something very important here as well. The transition means something different for every person.
And that's absolutely true, because there's some people that do not ever medically transition, but that doesn't mean they're less of a man or less than a woman.
Right.
Some people just want to transition socially.
Yes.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people get bottom surgery, some people don't. Some people get top surgery, don't. And that's A-okay, because that's not the definition of what transgender is.
Right.
It's what you identify as. And it doesn't require any medical necessity.
Right. Right. I have a couple friends who you know, the physical aspect is not their goal. You know, they live their lives every day as who they are, but they have no intention of changing their physical body.
Yep.
That doesn't make them any different.
Well, and some people like Amber go through medical problems. Like if they have medical problems, kidney problems and stuff, like you can't take tea because it can cause even more problems for your kidneys. So that again, so should we put some transition on hold because medically they cannot? No, we still respect them as the man or woman that they are.
Absolutely. Are there a lot of medical adversities or issues with taking estrogen or taking testosterone? Are there a lot of negative side effects to that?
It depends. It's a person's depends on each person's journey.
Right.
Because genetics too. Because that's why some trans men can't grow beards, because genetically nobody in their family had a beard.
Okay.
Or some, me, when I came out as trans and I started taking hormones, I was never diabetic in my life, but it made me pre-diabetic. So it depends on the body.
Wow.
It brought it out because testosterone in my body. So it's something like a foreign medicine in your body. So yeah, but it's controlled now, and I'm thinking I'm gonna even be able to be off my medicine soon. But yeah, things like that. You can get like high blood pressure and you could get heart problems, but that's if you don't maintain your body, like exercise and do the right thing. So again, it depends on the person and their journey.
Sure.
Wow.
That's fascinating. Wow.
I'm so glad we are having this talk tonight because
absolutely.
It's helping me grow, it's helping me learn, and I'm hoping it's helping everybody out there as well. Yes. I feel more informed. I thought I was pretty aware of what our trans siblings go through, and now I feel even more enriched by this conversation. Yes. And and we are down to 5 minutes, but I want us all to answer this question from Orion Angel. What song would you choose to be the theme song of your life?
Oh my God, the theme song of my life? Eesh. Oh, that's hard. That's very hard. Oh God.
I got
Casey
one.
just said "Alive" by Sia.
Sure.
Mine's is This is me from The Greatest. Yeah, because this is me.
Wow. Jade, I don't know.
I've been obsessed with the musical group Steps lately. Oh wait, that made me second guess my decision though. They have a song on their newest album. Where is it? I want to get the song is called "What the Future Holds." Very nice. I've been gravitating to songs like that lately, just because they sound fun too. But then I was also thinking, oh my God, there's so many good Queen songs though. Orion, how dare you?
There are, like "I Am Who I Am," "I Am Beautiful" by Christina Aguilera. If I had to pick one, it would probably be "Everybody's Free" by Rosala. It's an old club song. The beginning starts out, "Brothers and sisters together will make it through." And it's just an uplifting, community-oriented, everybody's free to feel good about who they are. So I'm going to say Rosala, "Everybody's Free."
Oh, wait, I want to change mine. It's Alanis Morissette's cover of "My Humps."
Yes.
I'm not making that up. That's a thing. Go YouTube it.
Yes,
Alanis
YouTube
Morissette did a cover of "Humps."
YouTube it. It's classic. I love it.
Derek just said, for me, Selfie. For Amethyst, Boss. For Jay, Pony.
Boss Baby. I love Boss Baby Jay.
You sleep with him every night.
But first, let me take a selfie. Yes.
I've done that number and I look like an absolute disaster every time I do it.
I love a good selfie. I do.
Right. This has been such an educational evening. Look at her mugging for the camera over there.
Can't help it. I look really good tonight.
You do, girl. You do.
Thanks, Mom. I love you.
I have to wear my new Zamber Sky next week, or like I'm going to get voted off the show. No, Scarlett's supposed to be doing hair for me. I need to track her down and get that wig.
You better get her.
Well, we are reaching the end of our episode, so I want to give everybody a chance to say goodnight to everybody. So, Amethyst, do you have any last words for the children at home?
Oh, last, beginning, middle, all kinds of words. First up, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't learn anything here tonight, then you didn't pay attention. and I'm going to need you to rewatch this episode after Jade posts it when we're done here. Jay, my brother, my friend, my family, I can't thank you enough for your presence in my life. I can tell you that you have upgraded me as an individual, as a human being, as an entertainer. I've met wonderful people through you, and I'm a better person because of who you are. I applaud the person you are. I applaud you for living your truth. And I am so grateful, beyond grateful. I will never be able to tell you how grateful I am for you. Thank you for doing this with us tonight. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. There are people out there watching this that will become better people because of you. So thank you for allowing me to be your microphone and for allowing me to get your message out and just for being an amazing man. I love you, my brother. I truly do. And I am grateful for you. To my sister Jade, I love you and I am so proud of you and I am so grateful for the experience we had this past weekend and many more weekends to come. You are an amazing entertainer and you stand on your own, and I love being part of your process. So thank you for being my friend and my family and my sister and for allowing me to do this with you. To those of you watching, sorry I'm long-winded tonight. To my friend Cassie and I love you. I can't say enough. I love you all so much. Thank you for being a part of me and for making me a better entertainer and for being the light in the world that we need. So I will end it at that. Love yourselves, respect yourselves, be safe, wear a mask if you need to. If you're not, do what you got to do to move us forward, people. Okay, I'm leaving it at that. Thank you. Love you. Good night. Bye.
Jay, any last words for the kids?
Just honored. Thank you both for having me here. The last words I will leave you with is the only choice I made was to live as the man I always knew I was rather than die as the woman I never aligned with. Always be yourself. Don't let anybody choose your journey. You choose your journey. Love you all. Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, I literally got teary-eyed when you did that. So I'm going to try to get myself together a little bit. I want to thank, first of all, Amethyst, my sister. I have had so much fun working with you. You are a light. You are crazy as hell. And I appreciate that. Oh my God, she's got a lighter. Somebody go check on her. Get out of the home. I just thank you for the opportunities you have taken me along with. And I appreciate you and I adore you. Jay, I am so happy to get to know you better. I feel like you've hung out with my husband more than you've hung out with me, and this kind of brought it back into reality. I can't wait to see you again. I'm so grateful for everything you have helped us with tonight and just spreading your knowledge and your joy to everybody who has been watching this evening. To everybody who has been watching this evening, I'm watching the comment section. Yes, we're going to get to Derek's helpful drag tip. I did forget, but we're going to do it. So my husband always has these amazing helpful drag tips. This one is short and to the point. This isn't even a drag tip. This is a tip for everybody out there. First impressions are everything. There it is.
Period.
Don't come in to a new thing thinking you are the end all be all. Come in, be helpful, be grateful,
be humble,
and be there for everybody else who is already there, because you don't know what they're going through. And if you're the helpful person, you might help someone through a dark situation.
That part.
What else was I saying? What else? Also, don't forget to get your tickets for Divas Down Under. We are slaying September, and it's a holiday. So get your tickets now. The last 2 months have sold out, so you better get those tickets, kids, because if you show up at the door and we're sold out, you're like, can't you just squeeze us in? No, we can't. I'm sorry.
No, we can't. Don't delay.
Yeah.
Buy them today. Come see me slay.
by them 15 minutes ago.
Yeah, you're late.
I wanted to share just some silliness from this weekend. This is brunch. That was right after our brunch. The Amazing Diamond Doll, Tamia Michaels, Pinky. I wanted to say Prince for some reason, but he performed a Prince number.
What?
Christina Doll and myself was so much fun. Then we were at the Purple Parrot.
Oh my God.
Julia Sugarbaker and the amazing Deja Diamond Jamassier. It was such a good weekend. Now, next week here on Inside the Drag Closet, we have some amazing guests. We mentioned Tamia Michaels a number of times. She is going to be joining us. Look how
love her.
My sister. And speaking of stunning, we also have Shauna Alexander.
Bless her heart. Oh my goodness.
And that's the picture she sent me.
I can't wait to see it.
Kids. It's going to be me and Scarlett, and we're going to keep talking about trans issues, keep talking about trans rights.
Yes.
Everybody out there, go out, support your trans brothers and sisters and siblings. I've been trying so hard to not say brothers and sisters. I'm trying to get rid of gendered language in my everyday speech. Remember, non-binary people are trans as well. Support them as well. But it's the end of the night, and there's only one thing left to say, and that is, good night, kids!
Good night, kids! Bye!
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.